Welcome to another exciting day in pre-calc with inverse functions. We're going to end up using compositions from the last unit. So we're going to be proving when functions are inverses with compositions. And so we've talked about two functions, f and g, back in the previous unit, where we read f of g of x, and what we're seeing is if f of g of x is equal to x, and g f of x is also equal to x, if they are both equal, then the functions are inverses of each other. So we're basically finding out their compositions from one another, making sure they're both equal to x. So we're going to see some examples. We have this first one. We have two functions, f of x, which is 3/5 x minus 12/5, and g of x, which is equal to 4 plus 5/3 x. So if we look at our first function, and then we're going to look at our second one and see through compositions whether or not they're inverses. So if I have f of g of x, okay, g of x is equal to 4 plus 5/3 x, and that's going to go in for x in my function f. So now if I write f, my function f says it's 3/5 x, but what is x? X is 4 plus 5/3 x. And then we continue writing minus 12/5 plus a function f of x. And so now, because we all love fractions, we're going to multiply fractions, we're going to distribute. When we distribute, we're going to write that 4 as 4 over 1. Okay, so you could just put it over 1. So I'm going to show you the complete multiplication of this fraction, 3/5 times 4 over 1 plus 3/5 times 5/3. And what did we forget about that 5/3? We forgot an x. Can't leave our x out. So 5/3 x minus 12/5. Okay. So if we multiply straight across, we have 3 times 4, which is 12. And then in our numerator and our denominator, we have 5 times 1, which is 5. So we have 12/5 plus, well, I have 3. And then what I could do is, because we're multiplying, that both of them are divisible by 3, so this is 1. Both of these are divisible by 5, so that's 1. So we're left with x plus x. Bring down the minus 12/5. Oh, look at that. If we combine like terms, 12/5 minus 12/5, they cancel each other out, and we are left with a positive x. So now we know f of g of x is equal to x. Now we got to prove our next composition, g f of x. So now we start with our function f of x, which is 3/5 x minus 12/5. And then my function g. And that's going to go into our function g, which is 4 plus 5/3. And for my function f, we have 3/5 x minus 12/5. And we're going to again multiply some fractions, these beautiful fractions that we have. So we have 5/3 times 3/5 x. And we also have 5/3 times 12/5. We just bring down the 4 from the beginning. We're bringing down that 4. Again, like before, I have 5 that's divisible by 5, so it's 1. And then 3 divisible by 3. So we're left with x minus, right here, we can also divide these by 5. So that's 1. So then 12 times 1 is just 12. And then 3 times 1 is 3. And we can even simplify by even further. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And look at that. We have 4 minus 4, which is 0. So we are left with x. So up here we found that f of g of x is equal to x. And down here we found that g f of x is also equal to x. Since they're both equal to x, they're inverses of each other. Let's look at another example. We have g of x equals 3x plus 1. F of x equals 1/2 x minus 1. So we're going to try to see is f of g of x. So we have g of x, we have f of x, starting with our function g of x, which is 3x plus 1. If I put that into f, let's see what we get. We get 1/2 x, which is 3x plus 1, minus 1. Don't forget the 1 at the end. So I'm going to multiply, again, beautiful fractions. So we have 1/2 times 3 over 1x plus 1/2 times 1 is just 1/2, and then minus 1. Well, right here we can't simplify. We just do 1 times 3, which is 3, and 2 times 1 is 2, so we have 3/2 x plus 1/2 minus 1. I could combine that. I get negative 1/2. Can we simplify anymore? No. So, look, if we don't end up with x, then we know we could eliminate that they are even inverses. They are not inverses. Why not? Because f of g of x is equal to 3/2 x minus 1. Okay. Hope that helped. Have a wonderful day.